we now have our table inside our database. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to try to modify the table based on certain columns that we want to add or certain columns that we want to remove. The syntax for that is alter table. Okay, take note. Here we go, alter table. For us to do this, we have to go to the SQL tab. And again, the SQL text box. So we write the whole thing here. We write alter table, then we put the name of the table that we want to alter, which is, for this case, students. Now, we can do many things. First, we can add columns or remove columns. Now, for this tutorial, this is what we're going to do. Add and remove columns. Now, suppose we wanted to add a new column to our table. We do this. Add column, then the name of the column. Let's make this address, okay? And the data type, varchar 150. So we have an address column that will contain at most 150 characters, nothing more. So here's what we're going to do. Now, you can also put a not null constraint here. However, if the table happens to have data inside, this will not work. Why? When you add a new column, each record will be added a field that corresponds to the column that you added. And that will have a value of null or nothing. So the not null constraint will then be violated. Okay, so now let's press this. Let's see what happens. Okay, the SQL query has been successfully executed. Now, when we're going to check the students table, we now have the address field or the address column. Great. So now, let's move to delete or remove a certain column from the database. Here's what we do. We write alter table, again, students. Let's say we want to remove the address table. Let's say we want to remove the address field or the address column. Drop is the keyword to remove or to delete certain things in your database, except for the records, of course. Now, drop, what's the name of the field again? Address, okay? Take note. Watch what happens when we press go. See? The database tells us if we really want to drop the field address, because once we click yes, all the fields under address, all the records under address will be deleted. And if you happen to have any other table referring to that address column, then you're in big trouble. Okay? So make sure you do this without any references or without any data, just to make sure. That's why good database design, physical and logical design is highly recommended before implementing your databases. Okay, so let's click OK. Now, the query has been executed. Let's see if it took effect. There. So we no longer have an address column. So that was it. We added and we deleted or dropped a column from the database table using the command alter table.